welcome to your heavy metal horoscopes for the week. This is the week ending 11/8/2014. I'm Melissa Bruce, the heavy metal psychic, and we're going to get right to the horoscope, starting as we usually do with Aries. Mercury's opposition with Uranus. This is the end of it, guys. Just a couple of more days, but it is going to end with a bang, basically, as the moon joins that planet for 2 days starting Sunday and Monday. So you're going to feel a little bit of a shakeup with that, and it's really the communication, especially when it comes to your goals, is going to be intense, especially if there's miscommunications. And you're going to feel that pull in the feeling that you can't do things independently like you'd like to. So there's that feeling of having to rely on somebody. There's a lot of good energy there with the trine with Jupiter to help you out. So it's not all bad necessarily, but at the same time, that challenge is going to be a little bit heavy, but just for a couple of days, and then that opposition is over. And do you know what that means? It also means that oppositions are over for a long time because there's no planets to follow Mercury except for the moon every once in a while. So that is going to be a nice little lift of a heavy weight. Now, also, though, Mars is coming in conjunction with Pluto, and that's going to cause some issues as it's aspecting with Uranus also. And that's been a little bit of a heavy one there. But basically, the bottom line is this challenge is being presented to you to have you get rid of the stuff that's old, get rid of what no longer serves you, old mentalities, old thought patterns. You don't need them. Take the time to kind of sort of go through that this week, and once you're able to do that, there's some awesome possibilities in store for you. It sort of takes you out of the I don't know if I can and puts you right into the I'm going to do this mode. But sometimes you have to clean out the inner closet before you can do that. So it may not be the most fun thing, but trust me, it's going to be a rewarding thing to do. So you guys have an awesome week with that. Taurus, the moon is going to enter your sign this week on Wednesday, and it's actually bringing some amazing opportunities for you, but it's also creating some big challenges for you at the same time. And we're going to have to go day by day on this one, starting with Wednesday, as a matter of fact. She comes in opposition with Mercury there, and that's going to cause some miscommunication, especially when it involves your own thoughts. You don't want your own thoughts to actually kind of get in the way of this one here. We have a tendency to sometimes think about and analyze things, and we can blow them up way out of proportion, and that oftentimes gets in the way or makes situations bigger than they really need to be. So it's really important to communicate with your heart. Say what you mean, say what you feel, not necessarily try and cover it up joking or not say it at all. Those things aren't actually going to help you. So if something's bothering you when it comes to somebody's communication, say something about it, especially when it comes to your partnerships around business and things like that. At the same time, she's going to trine with Jupiter and Mars, bringing loved ones and partnerships together to create the dream, even if you're having difficulty expressing yourself. So it's almost like other people come in and sort of help you express yourself for you. Kind of weird, I know, but sometimes you can actually make those things happen as you are so in tune with people around you that they just know what it is that you expect. As we move into Thursday with the moon, she's actually going to move into opposition there with Saturn and Venus also. So that's going to create some other issues there. But at the same time, she's aspecting planets that are going to help you out. Bottom line is your own thought process determines whether or not you're going to succeed or fail. Bottom line. So if you think you're going to fail, you're going to. If you think you're going to succeed, then you are going to succeed, because chances are if you're thinking that way, you're also doing the things that you need to do it. So think about that. Think about just how much thinking about things actually rules what you're doing. And when you come to that conclusion, sit down, start getting things done, start getting the process done, and whatever you do, have a great time with that, guys. Gemini, the part of fortune brings you luck on Sunday and Monday, so the week starts out really, really well for you, and it's luck when it comes to peace and harmony in your home, especially when it involves the people around you or the people that live in that home, those that you love the most specifically. This is actually a great week to get caught up with those very important people while you begin to focus strengthening your foundation of your goals and also your household. And things have to balance out together, and you have to, in order to create that balance, you really got to put work into every avenue of what you do. And as Geminis, you tend to do a lot of different things. The moon's going to come into your sign on Saturday, and with that, she's going to bring a challenge when it comes to using your own intuition in a situation. And this is very difficult for air signs, actually, because we kind of have to know the Gemini phrase, I believe, is I know. No, that's the Aquarian phrase, is I know. But they have to know the outcome of it. So using the intuition can be very difficult. But at the same time, when you follow your intuition, it does make it a little bit easier. The problem is, in this situation, you're very emotionally involved with this person. Because of that emotional involvement, unfortunately, it makes it a lot more difficult. So give yourself some slack, give yourself some credit there, because the truth is that you really just love the person so much. It's hard to really see anything other than what they're going through. The good news is that it isn't going to last forever. And while it's creating that challenge, it's also bringing out aspects that are helping you out too and bringing that harmonization to your home. So the best thing to do this week is to enjoy every minute of what you have with your loved ones, and enjoy the support that your loved ones bring when things get a little bit difficult for you and you have a hard time sometimes seeing through the emotions of a situation. And I'm sure that you guys are going to have an awesome week. Cancer, Tuesday and Wednesday are your lucky days this week, and it's a great week to take some time prioritizing what's in your schedule. When we're talking about stuff that's normally in your daily schedule, and even adding some new fun stuff into your daily schedule as well, because you don't want it to get boring. Nobody wants it to get boring. And this week, there's really not a whole lot going on right now, so it's a perfect week to take the opportunity to go and do something for you. If you've been looking in that particular store, that museum, and you've been dying to go, but you've always got something else to do, if you've got a little bit of time this week, even if you have to go by yourself, do yourself a favor and take that time. Do that thing for yourself. Make that trip for yourself, or go and get that special coffee that you like. Whatever it is, it's a week to focus on your schedule, what you need to do, what you need to bang out for the week, but also incorporating some fun time for you into the week also. So really take some time to enjoy that, guys. I'm pretty sure that you're going to, and have an awesome week with it. Leo, Jupiter's trine with Uranus does provide some solid people to help you out, guide, and in some cases hold you up this week. Specifically, those that come from or have been there since the beginning. Basically, people that come from your past or longtime friends or relatives. And they're going to be needed, because when it comes to this aspect that Jupiter has had with Saturn, the Sun and Venus are moving into conjunction with Saturn, so it's crude. That aspect is a lot stronger now, and it kind of sort of gives the feeling this week like there are some who would ruin your success when it comes to achieving your dreams or your goals. And it's almost as if they're literally coming in and throwing wrenches in your plans. And these people that have been here for a really long time, these people really love and value you, and these people will definitely be there to help you out through this situation. Possibly lift you up so that you can see over the sea of the crowd far enough to be able to see what's going to happen once you're able to get through this little bit of a challenge there, the crowd being that challenge there. So you have a lot of support this week to get through some things that might be a little bit difficult. Now, these planets aren't going to be conjunct for a very long time. It's literally done and over with by the end of this week, and the rest of them move on. It won't be as strong. So you'll feel the brunt of it this week. But unfortunately, this aspect between Saturn and Jupiter is going strong for a little bit longer after next week, but it won't be quite so bad without those other planets in there. Whatever you do, remember to come back to who you are. That's the important thing. And you can achieve anything you want. Don't forget that. And have an awesome week with that, guys. Virgo, it may be time to change how you handle your finances this week as the dark moon continues to dance in your sign and call for change. Now, she's not necessarily saying, she kind of sort of makes herself a little bit disliked because, the fact that she's calling for change. But really, what she's saying is things are really not working well for you. How about trying it a different way? One that might be more successful. And I know you Virgos aren't big on taking big risks, but we're talking small little risks or little change ups. And especially when it comes to your mind and how you think about it. The Virgos are also very well known for worrying about things and worrying about finances and worrying about security. Maybe stop worrying about it just a little bit. See yourself as successful. See the money coming in. See yourself getting that better job. Believe that you can do it and eliminate that worry. The more you worry, the more you're putting the obstacles in front of you and making it more difficult for yourself. And you don't want to do that. So the dark moon is basically coming in and saying, hey, let's change it up. And she's going to throw some little challenges in your way if you choose to continue to worry about it. So you want to make it easier on yourself. You want to make it more difficult on yourself. The choice is ultimately yours. And I hope that you make the right choice and have an awesome week. Libra, say goodbye to Mercury this week. This is the last week that Mercury is in Libra and the last week that any planets are going to be in Libra for a really long time, with the exception of the moon, which is not happening this week, so you don't have to worry about that. Now, it's been quite a roller coaster this entire year with different planets coming in, especially these large groups of planets at one time. Mars was kind of interesting there a few months back. There's been a lot of changes, a lot of progress, a lot of challenges, but above all, you've come out bigger and better than you were before. And when it comes down to it, it's about time to sit back, take a break, and enjoy what you've accomplished. And this week's focus, and probably for the next couple of weeks, is all about finances. Now, a couple of things here, nothing good, nothing bad. Communicate about what you want, project what you want, see it come to you in full force. And even if you don't have everything that you thought that you wanted or everything that you need, take the time to enjoy what you have accomplished in this next week or so, because that's also really important. You've worked really, really hard. You should celebrate and enjoy that time also. See your own awesome for a change. You don't have to see it reflected back at you by other people. This is what makes you powerful. You guys have done an awesome job, and I hope you have a fantastic week. Scorpio, happy birthday to all the Scorpios that are born this week. Well, you can definitely feel the excitement of the Sun and Venus joining Saturn in your sign this week and moving into conjunction with Saturn also. They bring three other planets together to help you eliminate what you don't need in your life so that you can be who you were truly meant to be and thus let go of holding yourself back. Scorpios have that tendency to kind of emotionally hold themselves back a little bit and project other people forward. This is time for you to eliminate those things, those mindsets that keep you in that spot so that you can project yourself forward. It is your time now, guys, after all. And with the sun in your sign, it is definitely your time to shine. At the same time, there's challenges there as all three planets are aspecting with Jupiter, making difficulties when it comes to your relationships, especially when your relationships are not resonating with your goals or your long-term goals or dreams there. It seems like you almost have to make a choice. And for Scorpios, that can be extremely difficult to do. But at the same time, Mars comes in to show you just how much those who really love you do care as it comes in and helps out that planet aspects there a little bit. Lots of different things going on. Again, don't focus on what's going on that's negative. Focus on the positive. The challenges become smaller and the blessings become bigger. And that is what is going to make a fantastic week. So have a great one with that one, guys. Sagittarius, if you've ever experienced life completely feeling the love, if you find yourself surrounded by those who love you, this would definitely be the week for that this week. Sometimes we either get too caught up in what we're doing or with life in general because it tends to happen, or sometimes the people around us are too caught up in what they're doing, the hustle and bustle. We just forget to be able, or we don't have the time, or it slips our mind to actually sit down and actually enjoy each other for a while. And we're not just talking one on one, we're talking about on a larger scale where people are literally coming and showing you the love in big ways, but also in the small ways too. And this is important because a lot of people don't outwardly come out and say you're the greatest person on the planet. They do something very small, very, what could be seem like insignificant for you, but actually for them it's a gesture that is a really big deal. And sometimes we see a lot of these different things in order to be able to identify just how much they mean from them to you. So it speaks much bigger volume sometimes on their end than you seem to take it for you. And it actually means huge things. So enjoy feeling the love this week. Enjoy just spending that time feeling the love, and all of these different things are gifts. They could be little things. They could be hugs from somebody that you love, or it just could be a feather on the ground, a small gift or a token of love from your loved ones in spirit. So keep your eyes open for that and enjoy all of the gifts that you're going to receive this week. Have a great one. Capricorn, if you were looking for a boost of energy, well, then you got your wish because Mars is in your sign for the entire month. In fact, he's probably going to spend a little bit of December, first week or so of December in your sign too. But we're talking energy, we're talking movement, and we're also talking that aggressive streak there that Mars has a tendency to bring at the same time. But he's making some beautiful possibilities for you while at the same time creating challenges there. Let's look at the good before we even move on to the bad. First thing is that Mars is literally in the middle of this beautiful placement where there's literally 5 or 6 planets all coming together to literally to help you, to give you the energy to omit the old stuff that's been holding you back so that you can make room for new things that are going to be beneficial to your career. You want to make sure you're not doing the same old thing that hasn't worked before. Stop doing that. Let go of that and create new ways of doing things. Ways that are going to be beneficial, ways that are going to create progress, other than the wasteful ways that took place before. Make sure that you don't go overboard and create too much stuff for yourself at the same time. That's another one of those old patterns that has a tendency to kind of bite you in the rear later on. Now for the challenge, because he's conjunct with Pluto, he's joining that little square there with Uranus, causing some issues there when it comes to issues of the past. Now we're talking digging deep here, because where these planets are positioned, they're positioned in the secret closet of old stuff and having to deal with things of the past. So both of them very close together. You may have to do a little bit of deep digging this week as far as emotional things or really old patterns that you need to let go of. But when you do, I'm telling you, the sky really truly is the limit. So take that time for yourself. It's not always the most fun time, but trust me when I say this, after it's done, you will feel so much better and you'll literally feel like you can take on the world. And who better to take on the world? Better than you, Capricorn. So have a great week, guys. Aquarius, are you guys ready? It's all about you this week, Aquarius, and whether you are taking center stage and literally coming out to shine in everything that you do, or just taking some time specifically for you and doing the things that you need to do for you. This week is all about that. It has been a rough few weeks, actually. Even though there's not a lot of planet influences, we've been in positions when we're looking at past things, things can be very emotional. Growth is a difficulty, and we need rest from that. It doesn't matter how mediocre we think that the situation is. Eventually, we need a rest from that. So do yourself a favor. Take some time for the most important person in the world. That's you. It should be you because you're number one and everybody else comes after that. And if you're out there on center stage ready to shine, then you know what? Do the best job you possibly can. And whatever you do, be awesome and have a great week with that, guys. And finally, Pisces, the moon joins Neptune this week on Sunday and a little bit on Monday to create some powerful forces that allow you to let go of the old and truly be you. And this projects major, beautiful possibilities when it comes to building your dreams and your career. Not a lot of challenges this week with Neptune. Lots of positive movement as she moves from one aspect to another with many different planets and dares you to think out of the box in terms of the possibilities or things that you can do before basically she moves on out of that particular aspect. Though this aspect does get less intense throughout the week, it has no less of awesome possibilities. Lots of different things going on. Lots of really good energy to get things done. Get things done as far as your career, as far as achieving your dreams. They're all small steps forward to one great big giant awesome step there. Whatever you do, it's worth it to you to jump onto this energy and seize these possibilities and have a great time doing it, Pisces. Have an awesome week. I'm Melissa Bruce, the Heavy Metal Psychic. Thank you so much for listening again. You guys are truly awesome, and I love all my horoscope viewers. And don't forget to check out our Facebook group. It's facebook.com/groups/Grateful Fairy Wings. We've got chat sessions, classes. We do readings. We're partnered with all kinds of other different people who do all the same stuff that we do, and they're all just amazing like we are. And of course, check out our website at fairymothersdream.webs.com. Again, all of the sessions and services that we do are also on that website as well. I will see you again next week, and until then, be awesome, guys.